Easy to love. You see, right now, kala unyaka, and makala unyaka ngathi singenza izinto ezihlukahlukene. A few days ago, I saw this post by Uzanele Hlatshwayo. Bengamazi nokumazi Uzanele. But yabona nje power of social media these days. You could be here, and then umuntu ose China umuzonayise ungidividi. Yeah. You know? Yeah. That's the power of the internet right now. And she tweeted, the goal is to run 18 races in 7 months to raise 180,000 rands. And then she grabbed my attention. I'm like, oh, somebody's trying to raise so much money for what? For South African Depression and Anxiety Group to donate, visit body.co.za. Let's rise together against depression and suicide. And when you go to depression, I think depression.
Yes. Listen, the statistics where depression and suicide are concerned are shocking. Currently in South Africa, it stands at 23 people that are committing suicide every day.
Oh, my face.
That's 23 people too much.
It's too much, bro.
It's too much.
On the line, we are joined by Zanele. Hi, Zanele.
Hello, guys. How's it?
We're good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Now, your post and your campaign, Rise 18, really did grab our attention. But, Ngogwako, how would you explain it to somebody who's not familiar with the idea yet? What exactly is Rise 18? What are you up to?
Okay, so Rise 18 is a campaign that I've started in raising funds and awareness for depression and suicide. It's a personal experience because I lost my dad through depression, who eventually killed himself. So I decided in 2018 that it's the year that I rise in raising funds and awareness, because they don't know what depression about. There's so many misconceptions about depression and about suicide. So for me, I just want to raise that awareness, and I want people to start talking about it. Well, there's so many people that are affected, and yet people are too scared to talk about it. So the whole campaign centers around that. It centers around people telling their own stories about how they've been affected, and eventually trying to find help.
Masikhuluma ngedepression kahle kahle yini depression?
Depression is a very complex subject. You know, abanye abantu they clinically depressed. Abanye abantu they don't even know that they're depressed. You know, so there's different signs of depression, and a lot of things can lead to depression. It can be financial situations. It can just be that there's a chemical imbalance in your system, and you just need medical assistance. But if it's not treated, it can really have bad consequences, because abantu can end up killing themselves, or you end up just being unhappy. And if you don't have the right support, if you don't have the right people around you or people that can help you, it can really have consequences whereby a person can end up not living their lives to the fullest.
Like you're saying, Uche, one of the reasons why you've come up with this campaign is because your dad also passed on through a depression, and he took his own life. Like, were there signs before this happened?
Yes, indeed, there were signs. I mean, there were a lot of signs. It's just that, you know, when you're not informed about something, you'll never know what to do. So I think at the time, in as much as there were signs where he just became detached and he wasn't interested in things that he used to like. I mean, my dad himself, funny enough, was a runner. He used to run with me when I was a little girl, and he used to train a lot, and he actually stopped doing that. And he was just not himself anymore. And at the time, we actually didn't know what the problem was. And when eventually he was diagnosed, it was too late, because he was quite into the depression.
Now, abanye abantu, Zanele, will hear of this, and okay, like myself, I was shocked, Uguti, you are using running as a vehicle to raise awareness for depression. And 18 races in 7 months, babes, it's a lot. I've tried running 5K every day. So what can we do to help support you and make sure Uguti 18 races in 7 months you are and le mali that you are trying to raise uyayithola futhi yonke?
So there's a lot of support that I currently need. We, as I mentioned just now, we want to shoot stories where people tell their own stories about depression, tell their own stories about how they were suicidal and overcame it, or if they've lost someone through suicide. And the one thing that I want as well to do is to ask men to actually stand up and talk about the depression, or if they've been depressed or suicidal, because in the society that we live in, especially in South Africa, especially in the black culture, men are not supposed to be weak, men are not supposed to cry. And I think this is one of the reasons why, it even leads to depression amongst men, because there's a
stereotype, yeah.
There's a statistic that states that most of the people that are affected, or most of the people that kill themselves, are men. So in terms of the support, I would ask for people to visit our pages on Facebook, which is Rise 18, Facebook and Instagram, as well as log on to www.backabuddy.co.za/Rise 18 in order to donate funds for this initiative. And also, if there's anybody or any brand that are willing to assist us with production costs in shooting these stories, we would really appreciate the help. And lastly, the final race that I'll be doing is a race called Washimala, which is 160 Ks. It happens in the Eastern Cape. So their race is not the same like Comrades. As you guys know, in Comrades, there's always support on the road. Every 3 kilometers, we're given water, we're given a whole lot of stuff. But Iwashi, we literally have to find a team that can support you. So, and assist you along the road. I mean, 26 hours, as you can imagine, is a long time.
It's a long distance. Sister Zanele,
it's a long distance.
I have to ask you this. I get the Rise, but it's the 18 that I don't understand. And also, why 180,000? Why not 200,000 or 100,000? So, if you just explain why Rise and 18, the number, is a specific maybe reason why 18, and also why 180,000.
So everything centers around the number 18. It's 2018, and I've decided to rise in 2018, and everything centers around that. So I didn't want to raise 18,000 because I really think that SADAG, which is the organization that I've partnered with, they need help. And if we can exceed this number, it can be great. And I really, really think that it is possible. So the number 18 is all about, rising up at the right time. People go through stuff, but eventually you have to rise up at some point in your life. And 2018, that was the year that I decided to do that.
Mangaka races or Kijima?
18 races as well. I'm doing 18 races as well. So I've done 2 already, and I'm doing another one end of this week on a Sunday. And like I said to you guys, the last race that I'm doing is this 160 Ks, which is happening in July on the 27th.
Well, the good news, Zanele, is that I'm on Backer Buddy right now on the Rise 18 page. And so far, you've managed to raise about 14,000 Rand on the page. So I think support ikona, and surely after today, support KZN, you will feel it on Backer Buddy. So all the best where that's concerned.
I would really appreciate that. It's been overwhelming, the support that I've been getting, the calls that I've been getting. And this also shows how much help that people need. People are calling me, people are SMSing me or sending me messages telling me about how they've also gone through similar experiences and how this cause is going to help them to also speak up. So, I really appreciate it, and I'm truly humbled by everyone's support.
Are you running these races by yourself? Around Durban where we can run with you to help you raise this money?
I'm not running by myself. I'm supported by my club as well, the Fat Cats running club, and I'll be running the Comrades, my third Comrades this year. So it'll be great to see you guys on the 10th of June.
All right, cool, man. All the best, man. And your Twitter handle?
My Twitter handle is @ZanFatrayo, and like I mentioned, Facebook page, Instagram page. You can find me on Rise 18.
Follow the hashtag as well, Rise 18, fighting depression. Depression is real. It's time for us to start talking, open the conversation around it. All right, that's my girl, Zanele Sechwa.
Nice.
I was just talking to him. Sometimes the alarm liyakhala liphinde kwesibili bese ngiyavuka. Bese ngigijima kakhulu kunakuqala. No. Power, ne?
Dedication.
Number 1.
Sihamba ne Gagasi and Caltex this festive season. Tell her 300 Rand or more at your nearest Caltex. Keep your receipt, then listen out to I Love Mornings to find out which taxi rank iHeezy will be visiting. Should I walk up to you and uyiphethe i-receipt yakho, ungaziwinela u-5,000 Rand. Nani bo taxi driver njalo. This competition is also open to you. Ningalali endleleni. Visit GagasiRadio.fm for more info and T's and C's. Hashtag fuel your wallet. Caltex is how you get there.
Picture a young man having dinner with his new wife.
You know what, babe?